Hi everyone, this is Cindy and I am working on an idea, making signature pages, and I pulled out a few out of my stash. This is from an old shorthand book, a music book, and this is from like a children's reader, and oh, there's 2 pages there. One's just a half page, so I'm not going to use that. And then this one from an old encyclopedia. So my thought was, I got these books thinking, oh, this will be good for signature pages, whatever. And then, of course, you're faced with the thing like, number one, you can't write on it, so how do you use it, that sort of thing. So I kind of had in my mind, and let's start with this one since it has a picture, and that makes it easier to start with. I wanted them to be like those books that are like botanical books, like it might have a bird or flower, and then it talks about it a little bit. And then I know Gail has done it. I've done a few of them where, you cover up the writing with writing spaces. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I wanted to do something like that. So we have lots of pictures here, and it looks like it could be a fall one with the pumpkin there. So, but no writing spaces. So, one thing you can do, of course, add scrap papers and things like that. And I have a little, what you call this, pouch, I guess, of what I call messy journaling spots. And at one point I got with my sewing machine and I just went crazy around some of these blank papers that you can write on. And then some of them are just embroidered floss that I just did a running stitch on. So something like that. So I think if we glue that on, and that would be enough for this page because I don't mind there being a little bit of writing. I'm looking to see what kind of ink glue I have. I definitely need to order more glue, and I keep forgetting it. I might want to ink around this. What do I have? I kind of actually cleaned up in here a little bit, believe it or not. You kind of do that when something falls off the desk and it makes a major mess. And you're like, okay, it's time to get us busy cleaning this up. So for the moment, it's a little bit organized, and I think I picked up walnut stains, what I have here. I have a few here in my little container, and then the rest are stored over in the boxes over there. So, glue page, I think I can do, I can pick it up. Well, I got splinters in my fingers trying to do that. Here we go. Just glue stick, we'll try that. You can always go back and add glue later if the part with the embroidery floss lifts up. So this is just embroidery floss that I just did a running stitch around it, and just a messy journaling spots, what I call them. So there's that. Now this next side, I might do something a little different. I mean, I could use one I stitched on the machine if I wanted, and I have all sorts of sizes and shapes, but I thought I might try to do some scrap paper. And I have a bunch of it. It's over here in a tub, and I got it in a chair. If I can get it closer, without spilling it. I will show you. It's in this thing. That's only half of what you're seeing. Yeah. So something that would be pretty, but you could still write on it, maybe a little bit. I think if you had the right kind of marker, you could write on that. Pen. So I'm just going to make a few of these, and if you have some ideas of what I can do on other ones, let me know in the comments, because I will probably make more of these since I have tons of these pages in my filing cabinet. I have a, get your own frame here, sort of. I have a legal size filing cabinet that I put papers in, because it's wide enough, not straight, huh? It's big enough that I can put pretty big papers and things in there. This is just not gonna be straight, I don't think. It's not gonna be straight. We're gonna live with it like that. Okay, and what else? Thought about doing some napkins. Let me see if I can find one. I have another tub over here, this napkins. And I went through the other day, and I am going to organize these. Take the white off, reduce the volume. Yeah, you get so far and you're like, oh my gosh, I just got so many napkins. Okay, this is the one I'm looking for. Because once you take all the backing off of it, it's pretty see-through, so you can see the writing through. But I'm wondering if you can also write on it with a pen. Okay, let's see. Tape is right here. This is one of the ones I didn't get the backing off of. I worked on it that first night that the news was all about Israel and Iran. And I thought, this will keep me busy while I'm watching this. Well, it got to the point where everything was repeats, and I still had tons of napkins to do. Okay, I tore the corner, but that won't matter. Let's get it off of here. Good night. My hands are a little sticky because I was working up some scraps of napkins when I was talking to my sister. Now see, this one's got the ghost image. It's really light. And then we had this one, so we can use both of these. We can also use that white one too if we wanted to. All right, get rid of the tape. Put the napkin back over here. Get off my fingers. Still on my fingers. Oh my gosh. Still on my finger. I just need maybe one square. There's my water pen right here. Okay. So anyway, this will be, since, oh, don't go there. This way, go that way with it. Yeah, I put them in the wrong tub. They'll be separated in the signature. In the book, so these two sides won't be side by side. And I may experiment with a piece of this. It doesn't have to be this though. Well, do you think the top layer is made from different paper as like the bottom layers? I just wonder. Definitely gonna have to dry that. And I see air bubbles. Okay. Even if you couldn't write over that or in this, you can put a picture on there, you can put a post-it note, you can put another piece of paper over it. And anyway, it just kind of makes this a little bit more than just a book page in the journal. And I'm not gonna be able to do this side until this dries, so I might go ahead and pick something out for it. I might go ahead and do that because it fits perfect there, doesn't it? So let me ink that up and have it ready and waiting. And then we'll move on to another one. And since the other ones don't have pictures, I was thinking that maybe we can make the napkins give you the pictures. So this one says the flag, which I don't have any flag. Do I have any patriotic? I got this. Once again, it's not one I took the back off. And it doesn't have a picture, but we can use a little bit of it. I think there's only one layer on this, or 2 layers. I don't think you can write on it, but it could be a space reserved for a picture or something. And it does have the ghost on it too, the ghost print. You can barely see it. Okay. So I think I'll just use like a strip of it. Oh, I don't need to do that. I just need to use my water pen. I was going to tear it with that. Well, if nothing else, I've got 2 more napkins with the backings off. And I've been wanting to do some fabric paper where you put the napkins, the white parts of the napkins on the fabric with Mod Podge. It's just going to be a messy project, and I have to keep my house clean because we got 4th of July coming up, and it's a big family get together at my house. There, okay. Used a little bit of that. Now, I kind of set, this was probably not smart because now what kind of flowers I want to use is going to go with red. I do have this. So I can use some of that. So let's just do that. Go ahead and grab that. There we go. So this one doesn't really have writing space on the front, but it's okay. I have a lot of napkins. I won them at no, it wasn't a competition. We just had to watch a bunch of videos or something and comment and got our name in at the drawing, and I won the, there was different prizes and I won all the napkins. So that was nice. Especially since, Tuesday morning it shut down. That's where I got most of my napkins. So, okay. Ugh. Now I made a mess and I'm going to be able to do the middle of it. All right. Okay, set that one aside to dry. We'll grab another. We'll grab this one. Okay, so we can pick one of these, and then we can pick a pretty napkin to go with it, maybe. Let's do this. Grab the butterfly. And then a little bit of a writing space. We can still see the shorthand around it. And I'm going to do this. I forgot to put the lid back on it, but yeah, it's fine. Anyway, just kind of figuring this out as I go. I haven't used much more scrapbook paper. Scraps. Need to do some more of those. And let's see. I don't have my backing paper, do I? What did I do with it? Over here. Okay. I will trim any excess that hangs over a page edge after it all dries. I think the least amount you touch it, the better off you are. Okay, let's let that dry. Go on to the next one. Well, this one's got little blocks of writing, so that might be kind of fun to find some scrapbook paper to fold, to get on a block. This is actually wallpaper. And we can do that. What else do we have? We have a doily that kind of didn't quite make it, but it might work on that. This, but it doesn't really go with the colors. Yeah, I wish you could see all my scraps, but it'd be almost impossible to get them over there. There's some writing spots. Maybe like this. Not quite. Maybe something. Just all the stuff that landed in my lap, I'll just put up there. Okay. Let's see. Let's turn it to the front. Well, that is the front. Okay. Do the napkin. Do this. And maybe something down here. This is an index card. Why don't I do the picture of this lady? And let's cut her out a little bit. There's flowers here. I'm just going to do a rough cut around it. There's plenty of background on it. Just something I got from a magazine or somewhere. Okay, I'm going to put this down first. Let's get this over. There we go. Don't want to ink around this. Just a little. So basically these could be like collaged signature pages, but the whole thing's not collaged. Let's see, I cut this out of a thin piece of paper. Oof. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Very thin. So this was a die cut I have, but I just got it like at a thrift store, I think, and it's got a lot of little pieces that have to be poked out. All right, this is thicker, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to use our glitter glue on this one. Okay. Move it back from the edge a little bit since that'll be in the signature. Okay, let's see. I need to find the lid for the art glitter glue. It's starting to get a little gunky. Grab a pen. Got plenty of spare pens. Okay. All right, that page is not too bad. And now, and it's not all stuck down. I can go back later with the art glitter glue and try to stick it, more of it down. Now the inside, we definitely need writing spaces. And I could do one big one. I kind of want to cover up the members of the louse family. Yep, let's cover those up. And maybe a flower from a napkin there. It could be this bird. It's a hummingbird. It could be that. Let's see what else I got. I have some lavender. It's kind of tall though. I'm looking. Trying to find something with a little bit of blue. There's some there. Okay. Water pen will go under this bird nest. Around like that. Okay, I'm gonna glue this down. There's my pen right there in front of me. It goes with this. I need to get more. I am so close to being out of our glitter glue, and I can never remember to order it. I just did an Amazon order. Okay. Covering up louse. I'm going to do this. I would just put these in my pre-made pages, and I have a ton of them, so I need to get busy. But I still have a ton of journals I haven't listed either. I haven't even done a flip through or nothing on them. It has just been one thing after another here. I cannot get caught up on that because it's not my favorite thing to do, so I put it off, right? But today I made myself go plant a shrub. I wanted a chase tree. Have you ever seen those? They bloom in June in Oklahoma, and they have the prettiest, usually purple bloom. Some are lighter purple. There might be some pink and white varieties too, but it's not crepe myrtles, even though it kind of sounds like it is. But it is a shrub, and it gets to be pretty high, like 7 feet, I think is what it said. Anyway, so I bought one yesterday, and it's like we were driving through my sister's town, and I saw one blooming. I thought, oh my gosh, I want a chase tree. I've been wanting one for years. And now I'm in my forever house, right? That's what I'm calling it. I'm really working. And this was the year of the shrubs. I don't know, did I do this with art glitter glue or the glue stick? We definitely needed art glitter glue. So anyway, year of the shrubs, because I want, last year I did a lot of perennials in my front yard, flower bed, and it's doing pretty good. Still have some gaps, but I still have some rocks in my garage too that I got from my parents' house to dump in there because it's got native stone around it, so, and they have obviously native stone, so I'm just rattling. Anyway, so I kind of use it to fill up the spot. It's a large flower bed, and if I don't fill it up with something, then here comes the grass, and I do have a lot of grass. I need to go pull some grass this afternoon. We've had rain. I don't know how many days in a row. Today it wasn't supposed to rain. It didn't rain yesterday. And so finally we're like, oh yay, I can mow my parents' yard, right? Maybe today it'll be dry enough. Oh no. Oh no, it poured rain. It was 5% chance of rain. And it was a gully washer. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab my butterfly punch. And I don't think I can get one in here, but I can add a butterfly to some of these. So I got this little scrap. I think I can get a butterfly out of it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm looking for my edge punch. Edge punch. I got several. I like this one better. So I just thought I would do a little edge punch on this one. Just one side, maybe. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do that. I might even use this butterfly here since it matches. Just put a little ink around it. Just a little bit. And maybe a little ink around this. This is definitely an index card that looks like maybe I dyed. Oh, yeah. When I was doing the page, ooh, that's pretty on that side. This has got the lines, though. I got that package of Easter egg dye when I was dyeing a lot of papers. I dyed some index cards and things like that. I think I did some guest checks today. I think so. I think I did. So this is one of those. Okay, I probably should have put it at the bottom. Let's put it at the bottom. Do it kind of opposite of that one. Let's find a napkin and or a scrap. I am working with the scraps. I think napkin, because I need a picture. So let's go look for the napkin. Try to find a different one. Okay, that one. The colors might work. Once again, it's one I didn't take the backings off. And let's get this done. I keep saying I'm going to start on a grungy pink journal, and I think I know where the papers are at. You know, it's been that long. I printed them off and I've forgotten where I put them. I just need, my problem is I think once I start that, then I'm going to have a desk, all this stuff that's been around my desk, I'll just ignore it and it'll just keep piling up. So, but the napkins, I'm just wanting to work on some bases, which I actually did a video, but then decided not to upload it for some reason. And they were like bags I'd gotten at a thrift store, like little, you know, candy bag type things, flat ones, sacks. Oh, you don't want to come loose, do you? Okay. Anyway, just put napkins in those. I did quite a bit of those. Just put them in my ephemera stash. Okay. I like this one because it looks like a garden scene. Voila. So it's like a little garden scene, which it really needs to be at the bottom of the page, but oh well. We'll see what we can do. Water pen. Let me just get this one square. Put you away. I mean, if I did it... Let me do this. Put it around it. And then I put that other butterfly if I figure out what I did with it. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's try this. We'll see what it looks like. Okay. Come on. Yep, I knew it was coming. If you abuse it, it makes you pay for it. Here we go. Stay down there. Okay. Butterfly up here. All right, and I'll trim this off. Looks like it needs a little bit more blue. Okay, I mean, is that way too much stuff? I don't know. Like I said, it won't be next to each other in the journal. And I need to put something on the back. Once again, I gotta let it dry. So let's go back to which was my first one, this one. Oh yeah, and I was just gonna put this on the back and we're gonna be done with that. And okay, I'm gonna use this. So I don't know what to call these. Collage, writing spaces, signature pages. Something, I'm not sure. If you guys have an idea what to call them, let me know. Okay, so this is one completed. Writing space there. Right, I put pictures on these. I want to test that. Do I have a pen? Yes. Notes. I'll just put that so someone could write there. Yeah, it writes fine with the Sharpie. So yeah, I think it'd be fine. Okay, and then that on the back. So one's done. All right, next one I was working on, I think it might have been, is it my flag one? I think it was the flag one. Okay, got lots more work to do here. All right, some scrapbook paper maybe. I pulled a few things. Kind of go, not really, I'm going with the reds here. This can be hard because I don't have many reds, I don't think. What's this? Screens, nope, that's not what I need. I could use some of that again, since it is kind of festive, but we don't really have the little squares. Napkins too. Okay. I'm looking. My scraps are pretty pitiful, to be perfectly honest. Let's try some of that. This is gift wrap, but the colors are pretty decent. So let's just, I don't know how to do this. I've got the cut it thing. Let's see. Scissors. There we go. I know I'm off frame. I'm just going around here trying to get as many of the red flowers as possible. Okay. Take the square or the straight edge off. Okay. Maybe not that. On the front. I don't have one of my messy journaling spots yet. Okay, if I do that. So anyway, there's all sorts of variety of things I'm sure you can pull. Oh yeah, I was going to pull some things out of my ephemera thing here. Let me look there. Get this one. I could put a label up there. Grab a label. This is not what I'm saying I need to look at. Oh, you know what? I got a red one. Let's do it. These are some I got from Dollar Tree a while back. Just put that right there. Okay. And, okay, this is what I said I needed to look into. My firmer stuff. Oh, and there's a red flower right there. I'm calling it red. So if I put that here, get one of these messy journaling spots here, that works. Okay. Basically, this can be use up your stash. Just anything you have stashed away that you haven't used. Not sure how to use it, just put it in here, make it a big old collaged signature page. Slash, kind of like the botanical papers, except we don't have any of the words or anything. Okay. Yeah, I like this green one. These are just pages when I was getting books and it had a blank, place where you could write. I just tore them out and then sat down one night with my embroidery floss and a needle and just went to town making a whole bunch of different shapes. And I'm glad I did, because this one's perfect shape for that page. Okay. And one more page on this one. I had that pulled because thinking blue, red, white, and blue, because it says the flag. But really, we're not doing much of that. We're doing more botanicals. Reds, which I'm looking around. Oh, maybe I should look in here again. There is red. These are smaller. These little pieces falling out. This is something from Hobby Lobby, probably. Can you see? I think you can see. See, it was this type of book. They had this in there. There was a picture and then a write-up about that. The botanical pages, kind of imitating that a little bit, roughly. Wish that was a different color. It was a dye. See, here's another part of a page like that, the botanical pages. I can look for, oops, dropping that. I can put that on as a pocket. We didn't even think about doing a pocket in this. How do I do that? Because that could be, yeah. Can I just save the red flower for something else? Yeah, here's another one, the poppy. How it's got the writing about it. Oh, there's a pretty rose. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oops, I just ripped my page. Okay, let's see what we can do. We put a rose up there, and this is a pocket. Why not? This is a picture from a magazine that I've reinforced with some book page behind it. And see, I've had this in my stash forever. Same thing, picture from a magazine, reinforced with some book page, but where to use it, just never have used it. So we're making it into a pocket right here. Okay, so this page is done. That page is a little crazy, but if I put a writing space on there, would that kind of tone it down a little bit? Maybe like that. Or a smaller one. Let's do the smaller one. Forgot to put the pin in my glue again. Oh well. So anyway, you guys have been staying busy. What's the weather been like where you guys are at? It's been cool temperatures, but they've warned us with all this rain, and we get hot temperatures. Like today, it was supposed to be in the 90s, I think. The steam coming off all that rain is very unhealthy. It can get to you. Okay, there's that one. That's 2 done. Let's do this one. It's almost finished. What am I going to do? I've got to cover up that lumber there. This is the rest of that one napkin. I could put that on there and then writing space over lumber. Oh, and that one looks perfect. Okay. We can do that. I need more ink. I have enough pages I could do this for a week. Just stockpiled them. And I forget they're there, you know. Till I was working in that filing cabinet, and I thought, man, oh man, I got a stash here. I need to use them up, one way or the other. And they're nice, this thick pages, this one is for sure. Okay, it's gonna be thicker too once we get all this stuff on there. Okay. I'm not sure how long this video is. I know it's gonna be longer than most of mine, but it's fine. I want to finish all these. Okay, that needs to be trimmed. Got something on her face. Oof, got too much junk on my scissors. Too much junk. Okay. And it's all sticking to my fingers too. Okay, so this one. There, and there, and there. And where's the other one I was working on? Did I have 4, right? Did I have 4? Yes, it's shorthand. No? Okay, that's crazy. I thought I had 4. I only had 3? Did I just bury it? Am I going crazy? Yeah, that could be true. Okay, if I find the other one, if I find there was another one, I will add it onto this video. But thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you guys later. I had 4. I thought so, but I thought when I was looking at them that this was the shorthand one, I guess. So anyway, yes, I was the shorthand one. So here we go. This is the front page, and this needs to be trimmed. So I should have, before I turned the camera on, found stuff to go on this one. This needs to be glued down a little bit better. Coming up on the corner. Alrighty, let's see. Grab my chair, get back over here, glue this down, and then I'll trim it a little better when that dries. Okay, so we're kind of going with pinks on this one. And I like the typewriter there, so we can keep it. I don't know why I can't use this here. And just drop the piece. Might work as well. Napkin. Let's find a napkin. I think this is the one I was using. Yes. So we could do some of the hibiscus down here at the bottom. That reminds me of something. Yesterday I'm just going to get a little bit like that. My daughter and I were going to her school to drop off some prom dresses. I was cleaning out a closet, and here at my house I said, you know what, I still got 3 of your prom dresses. Do you want them, or you want to take them to your school and put them in the costume closet? Because if you don't remember, my daughter's a drama teacher, so we're always on the lookout for great costumes. So she said yes, we can donate them. And then she and I went Friday garage selling and estate selling, just to, you know, have a day out. And she found, I call it the purple bomb. It's a prom dress, full length, big old poofy skirt, you know, like Civil War era poofy. It takes up half the back seat. So anyway, and then she found some wigs. I may have said this in another video, but I don't think I uploaded it. So anyway, she found wigs because she said something about it. There's no, any wig's a good wig when you're a drama department. So we were going to drop them off at her school. And then we went and ate, and then we were talking, and then I had never been to the gathering place in Tulsa, and it is a park, which doesn't even do it justice. Anyway, and I knew it was a big deal, and it made national news and national recognition when it came out, because it's a park for kids mainly, I guess you would say. Not really, but it has a massive, like, playground area. And it's not just, you know, normal playground equipment. They've done it up neat. Like, they built a castle, and I don't even know, because we didn't even go into the playground part much, just a little bit. They had one thing that was a huge sandbox. And of course, there's slides and stuff like that. But there's things for adults, too, because there's a boathouse that has, like, conference rooms you can rent, or you can do weddings there and stuff. And I'm just going to leave that shorthand there because you can see it. And yeah, but it's just huge, and they have like things for basketball, and they have skate park, and I don't even know what else there. Like I said, the boathouse where you can rent kayaks, and got a big pond, a little river thing you can float on. And anyway, here was a red I could have used for that red one, and there's a light pink one. What did I do over here? I did the embroidered floss, so let's just use the green one. I'm just going to keep the house there, and I'll turn this right side up because it's got a number there, 360. And maybe another piece of the napkin. I could do the bird if I could get him. He needs to be up there flying around, though. It's hard to, yeah, maybe try him. Anyway, it was just so beautiful because I knew we were there when I saw, and we're at an intersection, right, waiting for a light. I'm just going to go this way, and we'll see how much I can use. And all of a sudden, there's trees and shrubs and tall grass. And, you know, like wildflowers blooming in the grass. Oh, I went way past it. It's right here. And it's just, yeah, she said, yeah, it's all native plants. So it's just a really neat place. So if you're anywhere near Tulsa, you must check it out. Okay, let's put the bird up a little higher. I'll do that, and I'll just cut off whatever is too much. But it's got like a lodge that when you walk in, you think, yeah, it reminds you of a lodge. And it's got a lot of seating area. And like people were on computers and reading. And like I said, they had at least 2 conferences going on. I don't know if they're both in that. One was in the boathouse and one was in the lodge. And then outside they have like patios with furniture, and you can watch, you know, the boats and just all of it. It's just really neat. So, and my daughter had told me that, because I had said I wanted to practice. I really wanted to do some stair climbing to get in shape for this, something we're doing on this cruise we're going on in July. I know I waited a little late. And they said, well, there's stairs there you can climb. So I'm probably going to go back. I might have done it today, but I was supposed to go to my parents to help them mow. That one piece came off. But then we got all the rain, so and I didn't want to go anywhere with all that rain. So I'm here instead doing this. Okay, so we got writing space there. Same napkin, so the colors kind of coordinate. When it dries, I'll trim it up. And now I can't do anything on the back because I got it all sticky, but I can plan it. So let's see. I do have some more of this. Let's go in a different way, though. Come on. I can put a piece of that down. Let's put that down here, right there. But they have like a tunnel. The main road is called Riverside Parkway, and it runs around the Arkansas River. So you got, like here's the road. You got a little bit of space, and then here's the river. So this is where all the basketball courts and volleyball and skateboarding and all that's on this side between this road and the river. Now here's where all everything else is at, the boathouse, the lodge, and all the playground stuff. And then, of course, there's running trails and walking trails all through it. And they have a tunnel, 2 man-made tunnels. And on the top, it's all green and lawn and trees and grass and all that. And then you go under it for just the road, you know, just people going about their business. So then they have one of the walking trails, they built a new bridge. Well, it shows it under construction. So they either are, I can't imagine them taking over a bridge that was a regular road. You know, because there's not that many bridges crossing the Arkansas River, and it kind of limits things. You have to only go over it so many places, and you know, I live on this side of the river, and then my daughter lives on this side, so we're crossing that river a lot. Anyway, but one of the walking trails goes over one of the tunnels, and then it goes onto a bridge where you can walk out actually across the river, Arkansas River, and there's a bunch of benches and stuff we can see where you can just sit there and watch the river, which is full as it can be right now. It is probably flood stage, close to it, very close to it. And we were at there's a dam called Keystone Dam north and east of Tulsa a little bit. So my dad crossed it every day coming to and from work. And anyway, so we drove out there because we heard the lake was 20 feet above normal, and they had the floodgates open and the water was rushing down. And I know they were releasing as much as water as they could from that lake, because if it started flooding the towns nearby, they're going to have to release more water, which goes in the river, which floods the towns down the river. So it's been a mess, but it's getting better, I guess. Well, no, it's not, because it rained a lot this morning. So anyway, I don't know, I'm talking while I'm not gluing. So I'm going to glue that there, and maybe some more napkin. I could go back to the same one. There's one more hibiscus there, and the butterflies, and the flumera. Oh, and there's another butterfly. Let's try to get both of them. So let's get this. Oh, we got 3 butterflies here. We'll just get that. So I will glue that on. I'll glue this on, and then I'll glue this on, and it goes over that a little bit. So that's going to be my last page. So I will stop the camera, let this, well, you know what? It's pretty dry now. Let's go ahead and do it. If I don't put a lot of pressure down, maybe we can get it done. Oops, I gotta take that out. So this is going to be a super long video, but I just wanted to show this and talk about the rain, I guess. But the gathering place is just a really cool place. And the thing that makes it for me is the greenery, the trees and the shrubs and the grasses and the flowers, wildflowers. And they had a type of hydrangea I'd never seen. It was something oak leaf hydrangea, something like that. And it's massive, they're huge. Much bigger than your normal average household hydrangea. So that was neat. And then there was a Mexican hat. It was a wildflower that first, it looks like a black-eyed Susan, but I said, I don't think so, because they're different looking. So we use that, the imaging thing on Google, right by the search. Oops, I'm out of glue. Right by the search bar in Google, there's a little thing that looks like a square, like an old-fashioned camera. You click on that, take a picture of the plant or whatever, and then it looks for images similar to it, and then it tells you what it probably is. So that's how I'm trying to find trash. Figured out what the Mexican hat was. And they had, we went the other day when we went to the dam. Oops, now maybe we'll regret this. There we go. To look at the water going through the dam. They have places you can park, and they have one of those four-wheeler park there too. It was going crazy. Anyway, oh gosh, I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot what I was going to say. Got too busy talking about the place. Don't know. Anyway, this is the last page. I appreciate you guys hanging around. I'm sure it wasn't that important, or I'd remember it. So I appreciate you watching, and I will see you later. Bye.